Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Glad to have y'all here for another live stream, y'all. This time we're doing some coverage here today. We just got ourselves a watch here a little bit ago. And I think they're considering issuing another watch from what I see. Yep, they're considering issuing another watch out there. Gonna bring you guys over here towards the main risk area where we now have an enhanced risk here. They did update this yesterday. Also, before we really dive into this, I want to go ahead and mention tomorrow's threat. We got ourselves a really large enhanced risk tomorrow, and the tornado probability is 5%, very broad, very large 5% tomorrow. So we'll keep an eye out there for that. But anyways, for today we're watching the enhanced risk. Let's go ahead and turn off the satellite layer here. So for today's, risk, we also have a 5% tornado risk expansion, including portions, obviously Kansas City included, going through portions like even north central Kansas is actually at risk as well. And of course, going out there towards, like central, kind of north central Missouri, also in that risk area as well. Now, when it comes to it, hail, we got ourselves a large 30% chance for hail, and it's actually a hatch risk, basically meaning that, well, across these areas here, there's a possibility here that we could see some large hail, potentially 2 inches in diameter and larger, which is definitely some pretty large hail out there, so we'll have to watch out there for that. And of course, damaging winds and stuff like that. The risk goes all the way down to northeastern Texas. We also got ourselves a 15% risk here regarding, the damaging wind type of thing. We're talking winds. I don't think there's a hatch risk for winds, no. It's basically just, the possibility of seeing some damaging winds between, like 60 and at worst case scenario, maybe 70 mile per hour wind gusts overall. But once again, it's nothing too wild with the winds today, but hail on the other hand, that's kind of a little bit of a different story here. But what's up, everybody? Let's see what we got here. We have Leon, we have Patrick, we have Max, we have Storm Dakota, we have Matt, we have let's see here, Gorian, I think it's your name. We have Lucy. Let's see here. We have Matt, we have Frankie, we have John, we have Tiffany. What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. We have Max as well. Anyways, here's this watch they issued here. They issued this, let's see here. This is in effect until midnight tonight. So for the folks out in this region, this includes St. Louis, by the way. So for the St. Louis people, to my folks out in St. Louis, this area here, this is in effect here until midnight. For you guys to the east out there, this is in effect here until midnight. But for, obviously, the central time zone here, this is in effect until 11 p.m. Overall. So we'll just have to, watch out there for this watch area. Because as of right now, like I said, that's, we have a severe thunderstorm watch out there. for the possibility of 2-inch hail, and as well as winds getting up to 60-mile-per-hour winds, wind gusts, I should say. So that's a possibility. So we'll just, keep it out there for that overall. But yeah, so let's go ahead and hop over to a radar here. We're going to go and pull up some radars. Let's see, sights down in St. Louis, apparently. So we're going to have to improvise. We'll have to use Kansas City's radar. I think that's like the only one that's actually available. We do got a couple cells developing in the St. Louis area. You can see one's actually currently severe. We do have one warning, severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail, including DeSoto, Olympian Village, as well as Hillsboro, out there basically in eastern Missouri. Like I was saying, directly just south here of St. Louis. This is currently where this is at. So that's the current severe thunderstorm situation. Here pretty soon, y'all, though, we're going to start to get some convection. We're going to start to get some storms developing kind of across some of these areas here. It's going to happen pretty soon. Like I said, the Storm Prediction Center, they issued a mesoscale discussion. I'll go and bring that up for you guys here in a second. Basically just saying a watch is likely. So we're going to go ahead and bring this over here to you guys. So this is from the Storm Prediction Center. You can kind of see they circled that area we just talked about, including like Kansas City, portions out there by Salina. Let's see here, Topeka, Kansas included. We have ourselves like, Clinton. A lot of these areas you guys can see here included. They give a watch probability in 80%. So it's pretty likely, it's pretty likely that we will be seeing a watch being issued. More than likely a tornado watch, I'd say. Just given the fact of the 5% tornado probability and, the mode of discrete supercells and all that stuff, it looks like, we'll start to get some of that cell development here pretty soon. But yeah, no, watch is likely. Watch is likely. And they're probably going to pull that here, I'd say, within the next, within the hour, maybe. Hopefully within the hour we'll get it. But yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, we already have a watch out there for severe thunderstorm watch. Once again, out there towards, St. Louis area that we just mentioned, with a couple cells popping off in that area. But as of right now, just keep it out there for that. Anyways, but let me see. We're going to bring up our satellite view. I want to take a look at the sat, see what's going on out there. Obviously, satellite is very important for us to, see observations and stuff like that. So here's the current satellite view across the region. Let me bring up the true color here. Yeah, there you go. So we got some cumulus, got some lower level cumulus. So showing some, starting to show some signs of instability out in some of these areas here. We got a bit more thicker cloud cover up there in northeastern Kansas here, which, this, is not really doing too much, but eventually we'll start to get some of these storms popping off here in this region here overall. I do have the overview. See SPC graphics, day one outlook. So yeah, there you go. And I know it's kind of wonky, but there's your enhanced risk area. That's kind of like the main risk for severe weather. And right now nothing interesting has happened out here, but here pretty soon. I mean, if we hop over here to the models and all that stuff, if I hop over here to see models, HRRR, and we'll take a look in this region here. The latest models, as you can see, wow, that is real interesting. Look at that, dude. Wow. So it shows a few storms popping off as early, well, first of all, like right now, obviously, but right around 0 Zulu, current time's 21 Zulu. We'll be getting ourselves, some storms starting to develop here, but, it's going to turn into it's honestly kind of like semi-discrete here. You guys can kind of see we have like these individual cells. I mean, they're kind of huddled close together, but yeah, so that brings me to the tornado concern and everything like that. Let me take a look at our lower level winds here. At the point being, yeah, so our lower level winds aren't too strong, but they will strengthen overnight, but I don't think it'll push anything higher than 5% regarding tornado probability. So that's good. At least it'll stay, mostly on the lower scale of things, hopefully. Knock on wood, obviously, I don't want to jinx that, but yeah, just wanted to go ahead and mention that. Let's see here. What's going on in St. Louis metro area tonight? So, we got ourselves a watch out there for St. Louis, my friend. So when it comes to St. Louis, we're looking out for winds up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Obviously, some hail. They're saying max up to 2 inches in diameter, so some pretty large hail possible. And if I was to bring up the SPC outlook here regarding the probability for tornadoes. There is a small 2% chance for tornadoes by St. Louis, but, like I said, it's a low-end threat. It's a low-end threat for this area anyways. Just a 2% risk out there is nothing you should really worry about. However, west of that, we got ourselves that 5% chance for tornadoes for Kansas City and, portions out there by, obviously, we mentioned here, like Topeka, Kansas included. Going out there towards Wilson, let's see here, Osborne, Hunter, and as far east out there towards, like, north central Missouri, towards, like, Fayette and Boonville, and some of those regions out there. That's kind of where the greater tornado threat is for today, in which right now storms have not started firing off there, but they will here. They should be here in a little bit. Let's see here. Mark, dude, thank you so much for the $2, man. Appreciate it. Saying late fee. It's all right, man. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate that. That really helps me out. Helps keep us going, so thank you. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, so like I said, storms over here in the next little bit. They should start firing off here. Let me look at the meso-analysis real quickly. This is basically just like current conditions. Let's see here. We're going to hop our way over here to our lower analysis. Okay, so our winds are about 25 knots. So nothing super special for tornadic development. 25 knot, lower level jet. That's really not strong at all. So at least given that, I don't think we're going to have a big potential for violent tornadoes today per se. I think they're going to be, a pretty good probability, obviously, for tornadoes, given we have a 5% risk. But, the odds of them, they're probably going to be more on the lower scale of severity and stuff like that. So we'll just keep an eye out there for that. Let's see. What's up, Jenny? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. What's up, Divis? Hope you're doing good. But anyway, so yeah, so that is what we're looking out there for. Once again, the tornado threat for today goes all the way as far down south as northeastern Texas. I'm going to end up, we do have cameras today that I do want to bring up with you guys. Let's see here. I'm going to check on our Kansas cams here. We're going to see what we can get going over here. I think we got some good cameras out here in Kansas. So with anything going on out here, we actually have some in Kansas City, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we do. Got a couple of cameras out there by Kansas City we can look out there for and check on some things. And let me see about here, let me bring it all over here. I want to see about Missouri here too. I think we got some okay ones in Missouri, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. We'll have to bring this up here. Where's the hold on, where's the camera? Oh, there we go. Traffic cameras. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we got ourselves some cameras. You can see Kansas City over here. We got ourselves a lot of these video cameras, so we'll have some pretty good views. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to do something like this. We're going to bring up our two panels here. This is classic coverage mode. We'll go ahead and bring these up. We're also going to bring up the radar over northeast Kansas right now. And we'll go ahead and see what we got going on. So yeah, as you can see on the radar down here, there's not anything really popping off quite yet. But that will change here pretty soon. Let's see here. I'll be listening. All right, sounds good, Carissa. Let's see here. St. Louis was sunny like an hour ago. Now it's clouds. Now it's almost completely cloudy. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Gotcha. But yeah, no. Let's grab. Where did I grab this at? We're gonna grab a camera. Oh, actually, some of them go into let's see here, Kansas even. Yeah. So this is right across that enhanced risk area. I mean, this is like dead smack in the middle. So we'll have some cameras here. This is Kansas here. Yeah, surprisingly, these are actually pretty high resolution cameras. Huh. It's pretty good. Oh, wow. Yeah, we'll keep it on that one for now. Anyways, but yeah, so like I said, y'all, we do have ourselves an enhanced risk today for the people who's just now joining. They did upgrade the threat since yesterday's outlook, obviously. So with that being said, like I said, with that being said, Obviously, there's a greater probability of seeing severe weather. And, what's really concerning to me, though, is, like, the mode of which storms fire often. Because, like, typical severe weather events, I mean, most of the time you see, like, a squall line. Mostly, like, a long line of storms that develop. In this case here, it looks like it's kind of discrete. Like individual supercells that end up developing, in just random places here. You can kind of see. Let me bring y'all over here. Actually, you know what? Probably should do this. Here, let me bring it over here for you guys. There we go. Yeah, so it kind of turns into like a discrete mode. Just a bunch of like individual supercells. Kicking off out there towards like central Missouri, northeastern Kansas here. This is right at 0 Zulu, so this is like right at the New Day Universal Time. So 0 Zulu would be 8 p.m. Eastern, which would be 7 Central. That's when you can expect those storms to start really popping off out there across some of those regions overall. And but storms are already starting to fire off here, like I said, across portions of like east central Missouri overall. We already have ourselves some of those storms already starting to fire off here. As you can see, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. We'll go ahead and actually pull up another radar here for you. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and load up another one, and we'll get up a radar here in actually Illinois. Illinois has a warning now. That's where that warning's at. Is this up to date? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was in Illinois here. They extended that warning. All right, let's see. We're going to bring up our Illinois radar. Unfortunately, like I said, the St. Louis radar's down. So that's not not the best. But I mean, we'll have to resort to probably KPAH radar. The KPAH radar, which is the closest one we got. So we already do have reports here on hail being up to quarter size out there by, where is this at? Olympian Village. Olympian Village, this is directly south of St. Louis here. Quarter size hail and winds less than 50 mile per hour wind gusts. So winds less than 50, as well as, like I said, obviously, quarter size hail overall has been reported already. So there's already been reports of large hail already happening on these storms. We have a terminal radar in St. Louis. I don't know how well this is going to act, though. Yeah, it's not the best radar, obviously, but we do got a couple more cells out there by St. Clair firing off here. We got another one by Richwoods, south of St. Louis. One out there by Waterloo in kind of southwestern Illinois popping off here. But obviously the severe ones out there towards Festus, Maystown, let's see, Fultz, I think it is. Fultz, Valmer, I think it is. And obviously Olympian Village, yeah, those are the areas that, is getting potential hail right now. So once again, watch out there for some hail. Nothing too wild, though, regarding the hail aspect of things, nothing too wild. We are talking basically the possibility of these, these hailstones being right around at least quarter size for this storm. But later on, like I said, y'all, we have the possibility of seeing hail well over 2 inches in diameter. So, I mean, we're talking some, pretty hefty hail later on that we'll definitely, be watching out there for. We're talking some pretty large hail overall. We got no velocity, so nothing concerning there. That's good news. Yeah, just normal storms popping off right now. And so that's that. Let's see. Anyways, what's up, Brandy? Hope you're doing good. Northeast Kansas here. Looks like we're going to have an active evening. Yes, for sure. Yep, active indeed. Like I said, storms will start to fire off here, towards like Kansas. We're thinking, I mean, now this is obviously one model. Yeah, let's go to 20 Zulu, actually. Oh, we'll go to the latest HRRR run here. So current time is 21, almost 22 Zulu. So, yeah, there you go. So the mode, as you can see, is a bunch of storms just fire off at once, according to, like, the HRRR and stuff like that. Supercells could start firing off here as early as probably right around, like, 0 Zulu. Which that's, just west of St. Louis there. that we're going to start to see some of those storms fire off there. And of course, out there by like Kansas City and some of those surrounding areas too. We are going to be seeing some of those cells, potentially supercells, developing towards the Kansas City area. And what's really interesting is that as we approach later on into the night, so early Thursday morning, we're going to get ourselves a kind of like a little bow echo here, like a little MCS, we call it, where we could be seeing ourselves some damaging winds. I've actually been watching this on the models here for the last couple of days, actually. And anytime you have like a little bowing storm like that, there's usually some real strong winds underneath it. So that is going to be a little bit of a concerning thing for me. I think we could have some strong damaging wind gusts later on tonight. For an example, this starts developing, honestly, kind of right around like 06 Zulu. So that would be like, I think that's like, so 06 Zulu, that would be like, what is that? So obviously 0 Zulu, that's 8 p.m. So this would be like 2 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Central. So for you guys, it'll be Central Time, right around 1 a.m. Is whenever this line or this little MCS could start to fire off here. Then of course, then the threat goes into tomorrow, and we'll talk about tomorrow whenever tomorrow gets here. But yeah, tomorrow's definitely looking a little interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen the latest outlook here for tomorrow's risk, y'all. But let me show you guys this. We did mention it once in this live stream. So there's today's risk. Obviously, we have an enhanced risk, level 3 threat. But look at tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a little bit more concerning. Just considering how much more broad the risk area is. I mean, it's a big risk area. And of course, we have a larger enhanced risk here. Tomorrow we do have a massive 5% risk for tornadoes. Damaging hail, 30% chance for hail. Also winds and stuff like that. There's no sig winds, thankfully, but let's see here. Let me bring up the winds. Yeah, the winds also 30%. Yeah, 30% winds, 30% hail, and 5% tornado threat. So tomorrow is going to be pretty interesting. But we got to start off here today. But yeah, today even, in my opinion, is a little interesting, a little concerning. So we'll keep an eye on it. What's up, Mason? Yeah, Texas is not much in the threat today. Yeah, Texas is tomorrow. Tomorrow's the Texas day. We do have a little marginal though up in northeastern Texas, out there by Dallas. So it's possible we could get a couple strong to potentially severe storms out in those regions here. Very minimal tornado threat, winds and hail. Yeah, mostly just winds and hail you gotta look out there for. But like I said, the odds at that point, is pretty low, pretty low overall. So that's good news. That's good news. That it is, my friends. All right, so like I said, if you guys are just tuning in, they did just issue a mesoscale discussion a little bit ago. I'd say at least a half hour ago, they issued a mesoscale discussion saying that a tornado watch, I believe it's a tornado watch in this case, that a watch in general is most likely going to be issued across this area roughly. You guys can see the actual line there. So there you go. So in that area, they're considering issuing a tornado watch or some type of watch out in that region there towards Kansas City. Obviously, this does include regions out there by like Topeka, Kansas. We got like Lexington, Missouri. We got Marshall, Holden. Let's see, Ottawa, Kansas. Marysville, Wheaton, Powhatan, Holton. Some of those areas included in that area that we'll likely see a watch. And that, my friends, they gave the probability of a watch being issued. They gave that a whole 80%, an 80% chance, which I'm gonna show y'all. Let me bring up the SPC real quickly. But yeah, no, they gave it an 80% chance of a watch being issued out there. So the odds of us getting, there we go, 45 minutes ago, the odds of us getting a watch is very likely at this point. Very likely at this point. In their exact quote, scattered storm development expected along warm front late this afternoon. Supercells capable of all hazards are possible. So all hazards, they mean hail, damaging winds, and a couple tornadoes. So that's what we need to look out there for. In which, you know, we're probably going to have that watch, I'm thinking, within, and I wouldn't say within the hour here, but I'd say probably within the next hour or so. We'll probably have a watch available for, you know, for severe weather for these regions here. But, yeah, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Let's see what the current, I'm going to bring y'all over here. Yeah, I'm curious to see what first of all, I'm going to move y'all back over here for a minute. I want to look at the analysis, see what's going on here. Let's see here, MEDAR I'll look at. I want to see some MEDAR data here. We'll go ahead and actually bring this up here. Let's go ahead and turn on our overlay data. We'll hop you over here. Let's see here. Okay, we'll bring up the radar. There we go. Yeah, so that way we can get some like MEDAR data and stuff like that going on out here. With all these measurements we got. So temperatures are, wow, the dew points are surprisingly low. Yeah, our dew points are like wow. These are really low actually. Like in the 50s and in the 40s and stuff like that. That's interesting. Yeah, in the 50s and 40s, that's kind of where our dew points are at. That's a little colder. A little colder for, you know, typical crazy storms. Yeah, obviously we got a couple of those cells we were talking about firing off here south of St. Louis. We'll go ahead and bring up our overall. Let's see. We'll go ahead and bring up our overall town names and stuff like that so you guys can kind of see. Yeah, out there by like Festus, got a couple cells. St. Clair. The one out there by Festus is actually currently severe warned. We'll go ahead and bring up the warnings as well for you guys. See weather lots. There you go. So yeah, the one out there by Festus is currently warned out there just for hail, just for quarter-size hail, you know, and winds up to 50-mile-per-hour winds. You know, expires here in about 30 minutes or so. This will be expired. It is currently crossing the border between eastern Missouri and southwestern, kind of southern portion here of Illinois. So we have obviously Maystown faults. Let's see here, Valmere, I think it is. Valmere. Let's see, Waterloo. Working into Missouri for portions like, let's see, Selma, Patlin, I think it is, and Festus. Some of those regions there. So yeah, once again, you know, just a small hail concern. You know, nothing too wild on the storm here, and also some winds that could, you know, basically 50-mile-an-hour winds and less. You know, like up to 50-mile-per-hour winds. So not quite damaging. So the classification in order, you know, for damaging winds is the winds have to be equal to or greater than 58 miles an hour. So if we have 58-mile-per-hour wind gusts, that's considered severe. 57 is not considered severe, which is interesting. Why they gave it an exact number, I'm not too sure. But it's 58 mile an hour or more. But winds are expected to remain pretty much less than 50 miles an hour. So that is that's what we got going on there. But yeah, so once again, y'all, yeah, not much cell development out here. We're lucky. We're so lucky we have a radar in the main risk area here, so we should have some pretty solid views overall. Same thing for, yeah, we have one up here in Kansas City, too. We have a radar over here. We got a radar up here in northeastern Kansas, so this will really come in handy today. It just sucks that we don't have the St. Louis radar, but honestly, like I said, yeah, St. Louis is not in as much heat as like, let's say Kansas City, because, you know, St. Louis, obviously we do have ourselves a slight risk out there for severe weather. You know, we do got ourselves a slight risk, but we work way to the west out there by Kansas City. That's where we got that enhanced risk and you know, the heavier severe weather probability. Also, like I said, Topeka, Kansas included as well in the enhanced risk, that the big risk for today. So just a bit of a heads up for you guys out there. See, Diver says, thank you so much for keeping us updated. You're very welcome. Yeah, glad to have you here. So Copper says, Kansas, we got radars. Yeah, we do. That we do, my friend. I'm glad we do. I'm glad we do. That I am, my friend. So I want to see something on the models real quickly. We're going to hop y'all back over here to the main screen for a moment. So we'll bring you guys back over here. So I wanted to check on the dew points, you know, because they look to be very low. Let's see here. They look to be very low. Oh, wow. Yeah, so the dew points, they do no pun intended, they do increase a little bit with time. So over the next little bit, over the next hours, a couple hours or so, that's why they're so low. It's because they were kind of in a little, drier spot here. But they will increase, because you can see that northern advection there. It's kind of hard to make it out 100%, but you can see that air is moving north, which will be increasing those dew points and all that stuff. So that'll become more suitable for supercells and just severe weather in general. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see. But yeah, so that's definitely what it is going to do here. So that's just going to increase later on. Anyways, but let's go and hop our way back over here. So I want to bring up the radar again here. So the wind speeds right now, they're nothing too wild. We're talking about 10 knots throughout a lot of these regions out here, which is, basically like, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. I mean, they're nothing too wild right now. But as we mentioned with today's threat, with these storms that do fire off here, we're going to have some wind gusts that could exceed 60, maybe 70 mile per hour winds. So in these storms today, we're gonna have that happen. We're gonna need to watch out there for those strong winds. One of the main things, like we were talking about, is hail as well. Hail is gonna be a big deal today. In terms of tornadic activity, tornadoes are gonna be, kind of a decent threat per se. I mean, given that we do have a 5% risk out there for tornadoes and stuff like that. So, it's a decent risk. It's a decent risk. I mean, it's a pretty good size too, and it does go through some populated areas, unfortunately. But once again, the odds for specifically one person getting a tornado is extremely low. So say if you live, let's just throw a dot like right here, okay, right there, just randomly threw a dot there. So the odds of that area specifically getting a tornado is like very low, extremely low. Now the way that this works here is it basically takes a box. So we'll do something like this. Now, obviously, this is not to scale, but this is 25 miles by 25 miles, right? So there's a 5% chance that somewhere in that box today, we could have a tornado somewhere. And even if you're in, once again, you're a small dot compared to this big box. And the odds of you getting a tornado even in that box is very low. So, I hope that shows you really how likely these are today, which, I mean, it's not very likely. The odds are very low, but obviously it needs to be watched, and you guys need to keep an eye out there for that. So we'll watch that. We'll definitely we'll watch that, and we'll keep an eye out there for tornadoes. Obviously, if there's any warnings that gets issued, we'll tell you guys where to go, your safe spot. Obviously today, if there's a tornado warning that's issued for you, obviously basement, storm cellar, that's where you want to go. And of course, if you don't have a basement or a storm cellar, then you want to go to the central interior room of your home. Obviously, such as a closet, a bathroom, makes a good spot to brace. So that's if, like I said, if you're in a tornado warning here. So, like I said, we're gonna have a good possibility of seeing a couple of tornadoes today. I think it's possible, and so just for you guys out there, just get ready for it. Right now is a good time, since the storms really aren't firing off in this area quite yet. Obviously that's good news. That's good news for now, but now is the time to prepare. Now is the time to prepare if you haven't already. Once again, if you in your safe spot, I do recommend gathering some items. So this is to my folks in the big tornado risk area today. Listen up, okay? So this is what you want in your safe spot. Bring a first aid kit if you have one. First aid kit. Bring a pair of shoes. Yeah, something you really don't think about. Bring a pair of shoes. Bring a helmet if you have one. That's really the three main things I would say, to bring to your safe spot. Because, the helmet's going to help protect your head from flying debris. Obviously, the first aid kits is going to be there in case you have any injuries. In the shoes, let's say, obviously, worst case scenario, right? Say there's damage and you go outside and there's nails, glass, all kinds of stuff on the ground. That helps protect your feet. So obviously, bring some shoes with you. And all that stuff. Also, I would recommend, as American Dreamer says, where's my flashlight? That would too. Flashlight would definitely be a good thing to carry with you. So, just those items. it would be, you know, a really good starting point in order to, like I said, prepare for this event here. So just get those, put those in your safe spot, and you know, like I said, that'll definitely that could do you pretty well. All right, let's do an update on this one cell, y'all. We got ourselves a storm out here in. Let's see here. I think do I even have a camera? I might have a camera out here. There is a possibility we might have some cams out here. There's a good possibility we do. Hold on a minute. Let's see. All right, so we're going to first of all blow up the screen here. We're going to make this a little bit bigger here. Yeah, I don't know if any of these cameras are going to be good, but we do have cameras out in this area. We might have to work up a little bit here. That's not one. Yeah, I wanted to find one that's east of this, because, you know, just east of that is where we have that that severe thunderstorm Taco Bell. Oh, man. Let's see. Taco Bell cam. Man, who would have ever guessed that traffic cameras are mostly solely focused on traffic? I mean, like, come on. That would be, it's unfortunate. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of our cameras are kind of meh. Oh, there we go. Maybe I just need to go a little further south, maybe? Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. Yep, I was not far south yet. I was not far enough south. See, that one. Yeah, this one's interesting. Okay, we'll keep it on that camera there for a little bit. So we'll keep that one on there. And but yeah, so the warning that we have out there for that region, I'm going to close that. The warning we have out there for that region there is for the possibility. Oh, wow, they upgraded it. Okay. Okay. That is now a new update. So we're now talking 1.5-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts now. So, yeah, this thing did pick up in intensity. Now up to ping-pong ball-size hail. Let's see here. We're going to hop over the radar real quickly. This radar. So, yeah, that includes basically directly south of St. Louis, y'all. This is on the border between, obviously, like eastern, kind of east-central Missouri and portions of, like, southwestern Illinois. Out there by Maystown, by Fultz here. Let's see here, Waterloo included. So this right here, this is, yeah, this is that severe thunderstorm warning area. But, yeah, ping-pong ball-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts on that one. So yeah, now we're talking some pretty large hail. And once again, earlier this storm did actually produce some quarter-size hail a little bit ago. Yeah, a little bit ago. So we'll have to keep it out there for that cell for hail. We got another cell to the northeast here popping off. We got another one here southwest of St. Louis, including like St. Clair, Piney Park, Lonedale, let's see, portions by Hillsboro, another couple storms firing off here. These guys are not severe, but the one that is you know, once again, directly south of St. Louis, for Maystown mostly. See Fultz. Let's see here. Selma. Yeah, Selma's also another region here. Oh, wrong screen. I have an empty screen there. Selma's also another area there that's inside of that warning. They're very good possibility they're seeing some large hail right now, because, you know, even though the radar we have is terrible, it can pick up, and it is picking up, that there is a bit of hail according to reflectivity, showing some higher returns, higher echoes. So with that being said, you know, there is likely there's a good possibility we could have some large hail ongoing in that area. Once again, kind of east of Selma at this point. This is heading towards Fultz, which Fultz seems to be like a smaller little town here. But, you know, obviously some hail's heading that way. Let's see, Chafflin Bridge, is it Maystown? Maystown, I think it is. Maystown. Heading towards St. Joe. Burkesville, let's see here, Lemons, Burkesville Station, Tipton. Yeah, some of those regions is included there. All right, we're gonna hop our way over here. We got ourselves. Yeah, it looks like that camera's definitely coming down pretty good on that storm out there. Yeah, this is actually the storm, I believe. This might be this cell right here. Because yeah, no, we do got a couple other storms that is firing around that current severe warning, that current severe cell there popping off there. So that there is. Let's see. What about Kansas City? So yeah, hopping back over here to Kansas City. We're just gonna keep an eye on it. Keep an eye out there for any cell development. Right now, I think our Yeah. Right now, I think the problem is there's still a cap in effect here that's preventing the storms from happening. And as you know, obviously, as we continue to heat up, eventually here within the next couple of hours or so, that cap's going to break and the storms are going to start to convect. And so we're going to start to get some of that, severe thunderstorm activity popping out there, throughout like central Missouri. We got a couple cells out there by, is that Jefferson City now starting to pop off? South of Jefferson City. I think that's some new storm. Yeah, that's some new cell activity starting to develop there. Okay, yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that line because the models. We're going to bring up the models here. Yeah, the models in terms of like what they were showing and everything like that kind of shows like this. Like this line of discrete storms almost developed there. Which let's see, we're going to load up the data here, and I'll bring you over here. So as we work our way down in time here, you can see that we get like ourselves this line of storms, like discrete cells, almost kind of semi-discrete storms there. That fires off overall. And it looks like, well, first of all, I mean, we obviously got our storms popping off here now. Models are not perfect, so they're not going to line up approximate, of course. But, it does show those groups of storms that we're watching out there by St. Louis, continuing eastward into southern Illinois. And then, right at 0 Zulu, or 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, somewhere around that time. Now, it could be a little later. It could be a little earlier. I mean, we'll just have to see. But, it does show some more cells firing off in that region there. Obviously, as we continue into 8 Central, we get ourselves even more storms that start to develop out there towards, like northeastern Kansas and all of that stuff. Junction City, obviously, Kansas City, Topeka, like we were talking about, some cells developing near those areas. And then as we approach the overnight, like we were mentioning, there's really an interesting kind of an MCS, we call it. Basically a big wind house of a storm here. Big wind house of a storm does develop here overall, and which essentially can produce some damaging winds overall. So that is that's something we need to watch out there for. There will be the possibility for maybe a little bit of hail in that as well, and of course maybe an isolated tornado or two. Which I believe the risk. Let me double check on that. The risk does, yeah. So I mean, it kind of holds into the southern part of that little MCS there, but yeah, I've actually been watching this on the models here. I mean, this has been pretty consistent here for the last couple of days actually, or the last day I should say. Because yesterday, I remember early yesterday, I was looking at that and thinking it was interesting, and the models are still showing it in the same spot. Showing it overall, so there's actually a really good chance that we could have an MCS later today. Kind of just like this big cluster of a storm popping off out there. And of course, the main event here is just gonna be a bunch of those cells popping off out there. Kind of semi-discrete storms, starting to fire and all that stuff, which could lead to some tornadoes and obviously damaging winds and hail. But yeah, that threat will really start kicking off here. I'm thinking right around like 9 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, we'll have to just watch out there for that overall. Let's see here. Riding the storm out. Yeah, be safe, my friend. Like I said, we'll be here. We'll be here for y'all. Like I said, we'll let you know if there's any warnings. And speaking of warnings here, I need to update you guys on this other warning here. They updated it again. Wow, dude, look at this thing. Holy cow. So the warning that we're talking about south of St. Louis here, they upgraded the warning now to 2-inch hail. 2-inch hail, the first storm we got here. 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there. Train with spotters. Numerous reports of large hail, almost to golf balls near Interstate 55 is what they say. Let's see here. This was we had another quarter-size hail report. So this thing's been producing some hail. It's been doing this here for quite a little bit here, but yeah, 2-inch hail, max hail size 2 inches. So heads up to you guys. This includes like the Fultz area towards Maystown. This one over here. This one brings me a better view of the towns per se. So Maysville, sorry, Maystown, my bad. Fultz, see, Chafflin Bridge included. This includes not Moore City, Monroe City. This includes portions by Wartburg, St. Joe, Tipton, portions by Burkesville, and we have ourselves like Waterloo and stuff like that. So let's see here. Govin, thank you so much, man, for the 5. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for supporting us. Greatly appreciated. Means a lot to me. Saying I'm in Northeast Kansas City Metro. I'll be tuned on. Thanks. No problem, man. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting, and appreciate it, man. Thank you. But yeah, no, we'll keep an eye on the Kansas City area, obviously, for today. You know, because that's one of the regions there. We really need to watch out there for. You know, models, like I said, the latest models, anyways, like the HRRR shows, you know, a matter of an hour, storms convecting across Kansas City. You know, so I'd expect your storms right around like 8 p.m. or so, somewhere around that time. You know, so somewhere around that time, we'll start to get some storms firing. Also, more out there by St. Louis. We'll develop around that time as well. And, of course, even some out there by, like, northern Kansas. You know, we'll get some of that activity developing out there as well. You know, like Junction City. Heads up to Topeka, too. You know, Topeka, Kansas is in that risk area. Now, obviously, you know, determining exactly where every storm is going to end up is not the best way of doing this. So, obviously, guys, you know, take this with a grain of salt. You know, obviously, we can get the general idea that a bunch of storms like this will develop. But, you know, for the individual cell, down to the dot, down to each cell, the odds of that happening is not the best. You know, models aren't perfect after all, and, you know, there could be some cells over here rather than over here, or both. I mean, or vice versa. Like, so obviously, you know, there's a little bit of an error margin that you need to consider here, you know, regarding these cells. So you can't take this, you know, to be precise per se, but everything like that. But once again, Govin, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the 5. Once again, appreciate it. Let's see here. Is Lincoln, Nebraska? Lincoln, I don't think is in the big risk today. Lincoln does have a marginal, though. Yeah, level 1 threat. Let's see. No tornadoes, though. Yeah, the main concern would just be damaging winds and hail. Yeah, here's our hail threat, y'all. Look at this. 30% significant risk. So that's one of our main problems today, is going to be hail. And, you know, obviously we have a significant risk out there, which is, you know, basically saying in this case that we could easily have some hail over 2 inches in diameter. So, in which, like I said, that one severe storm that we do have right now, we do got a cell. We're going to hop over to full screen here. The one cell that we do have, you can see in the bottom right here, this one's south of St. Louis. So there's St. Louis. Right here. This is the St. Louis, south of St. Louis out there. We got ourselves, you know, that one cell out there by Maystown and Fultz. We also do got, well, look at that, 1.5 inch hails reported. We got ourselves, let's see here, 1.25, and we have another one with 1. So there's definitely been quite a bit of, you know, definitely has been quite a bit of hail reported with that storm. Yeah, but they haven't warned for 2 inch hail. 2 inch hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts overall. And so that's definitely a concerning storm. But, you know, what's unfortunate, like I was mentioning, guys, is that the radar here in St. Louis is down. I don't know for what reason, but it is down, in which, you know, we're not getting the best of views overall. And, you know, regarding this storm on the radar view, not the best, but, you know, it's something. It's something, you know, obviously look at the positive of it. We have radar coverage. But even though it's not the best, it's something. But yeah, but we do know that this, yeah, definitely is a pretty nasty storm. And there's already been reports, like I said, of that large hail. So I mean, at this point, this has already been confirmed, of seeing, you know, those storms popping off out there, or that hail, I should say. Let's see here. Let's see. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, Govin. Let's see. Someone said St. Louis radar was down for maintenance. I think I might, here, let me look at this here. I might be able to figure out why. If I was to hop over the radar, they usually post up a note here. There you go. Scheduled for maintenance. Yep, until March 18th. Apologize for any inconvenience. So yeah, March 18th it'll be back up. Well, yeah, so we're not going to have much radar data for the St. Louis area. I mean, we have that little terminal radar here. We got Kansas City radar, which, does cover to an extent. You can see at this point, this is like super far away, which is not the best radar data. That's the one that's down, but we got the little terminal. But, once again, I mean, it's something. It's something. Is it the best? No, but you know what? It is. It is something. Let's see. I'm watching. Let's see. We're gonna cover Central Ohio. All right. Yeah. So Ohio today. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, today Ohio is not at risk, by the way. Tomorrow though, yeah, tomorrow we got a little bit of a marginal working its way into Ohio. Yeah, tomorrow's risk is actually a little concerning. I mean, tomorrow we got ourselves another enhanced risk, but a bigger enhanced risk. Tornado probabilities, a large 5% risk out there. This is for tomorrow here. You guys can currently see, I mean, just how large this 5% risk is. I mean, it's a pretty big threat for tornadoes tomorrow. And the overall threat for tornadoes goes as far south as northeast Texas, all the way up to southern Michigan regarding the threat here for tomorrow, which that's a pretty big risk. I mean, that's a pretty big tornado threat. And on top of that, we have, damaging winds, a 30% chance for damaging winds, and a 30% hatched risk for hail. And the hatched risk for hail goes all the way from Dallas all the way up here to basically central Illinois. From Dallas, Texas to central Illinois. So tomorrow's a little concerning. They did add a little marginal here for day 3. Which obviously this is Friday. So for Friday we have a little severe weather threat there, like East Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, portions of like northwestern Georgia. But yeah, nothing too wild for Friday. But yeah, tomorrow being Thursday, tomorrow's the heavy day of the two. And then today obviously we have another enhanced risk, which is another level 3 threat. But today's enhanced risk here is solely for hail, which we have that 30% hatch risk out there. And, of course, damaging winds, still 15% risk, and, of course, that tornado probability is a 5% chance. So, same tornado probabilities, same hail probabilities for today versus tomorrow, but, damaging winds is a little bit lower. But the risk area tomorrow is at least twice the size. I mean, somewhere around, at least 2 times the size of today's risk. So there's obviously a bit of that going on. Oh, new warning just got issued there. Let's see what's going on here. So, all right, new warning just got issued, y'all. South of St. Louis, it's that one cell that we were watching out there for. So the one towards Mays-Town and Fultz. South of that, my friends, for Redbud, see Ruma, Evansville, and let's see Prairie du Rocher, I think it is. This area here, we are seeing 1.25 inch hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So not as wild, obviously, as the one that's above it. They did downgrade the hail, I guess, on that one for an extension. But for the warning that's also in place for like Mays-Town, we have 2-inch hail. 2-inch hail here, as well as 60 mile per hour wind gusts on that. So we'll have to watch out there for both damaging winds and obviously hail. How's Dallas? So Dallas tomorrow, obviously we have a risk. We'll pay attention to that more tomorrow. But yeah, we mentioned tomorrow. I think Dallas is in a level 2 threat. Slight risk today though. We have a little level 1, a little marginal risk today. So I mean, it's possible. We could get a couple storms firing off here of throughout Texas and stuff like that today. But towards Dallas, a couple strong to potentially severe storms could happen. But the odds of severe weather is really not the best. Let's go ahead and hop over the radar here. Yeah, there's nothing on the radar currently, so that's good news. Oklahoma City, nothing going on here. We'll hop over to Kansas City. Let's see, also KTWX here. Yeah, towards Topeka. Yeah, no, there's these right here. These right here are, there's not really much convection going on there, but if we hop our way over here towards, let's see here. I'm going to bring this over here, like south of St. Louis. Yeah, that's where we got some cells starting to fire off here. So we'll definitely watch out there for those. Potential strong storms after 7 p.m. in Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah. So that's going to be kind of one of the main concerns here. We're going to hop back over here, y'all. Anyways, but yeah, so what we were talking about there is that, as we approach our way into later on, this is the one I want to look at. So as we approach our way later on you guys can see how this event goes from. So first of all, obviously we got a couple cells near St. Louis. Once again, it's not going to line up 100% because models aren't perfect at the end of the day. But as we work our way down in time here, you can see that boom, we just start to get a bunch of convection pop off all at once. Right around like 01 Zulu, which that is like 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, this is in the Central Time, so Eastern Time doesn't matter for these areas, but Central Time, so for locally for you guys, it'll be it would be like right at 8 o'clock, right around 8 o'clock whenever those storms really start going across those regions there, which all hazards obviously is on the table, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, and stuff like that. Could we see a tornado tonight in Lincoln? Lincoln? No. Yeah, Lincoln, Nebraska. Where's Nebraska? There we go. Is that what we're looking at? Lincoln, Nebraska? Yeah. So there's not a tornado threat. There is a little chance for damaging winds though. Small chance for some gusty winds and obviously some hail and stuff like that. So let's see here. Copper says, all right, I'm leaving KCMO and driving towards DeSoto, Kansas. Hopefully the next 30 minutes aren't too crazy. Be safe, my friend. Be safe. But yeah, so Katie, yeah, once again, Lincoln is not going to be in the tornado threat for today. Yeah, here's the tornado threat area. You can see it's just south of Lincoln. So there's Lincoln right here. The 2% happens near the border of southeast Nebraska and northeast Kansas. So it's right there. Hoping to make my first storm report in St. Louis, Missouri. Gotcha, Max. Well, yeah, we got a couple storms firing off there now. There will be another round popping through more than likely right around 02 Zulu, which would be, I think, let's see, this would be like 9 p.m. Central. Now, obviously, take that with a grain of salt. It'll be right around that time. It's, obviously not not perfect, but also storms, in terms of exactly where they're going to be, positioned is also not perfect with these models. But it gives an idea of how these storms are going to, given their environment, how they're going to form. Which is, starting off, kind of semi-discreet, semi-discreetly from what it looks like. Anyways, let's see here. Yeah, we're getting more and more hail reports on that one storm there. Been getting quite a bit of these hail reports out there. We got, let's see, Maystown, we have Fultz, we got Waterloo, we got ourselves Ruma, Redbud, Evansville, and Prairie du Rocher, I think it is. These areas are under a severe thunderstorm warning here. But yeah, we've been having a lot of hail with this storm here. So we'll have to keep it out there for that because, obviously hail is something you really don't want on a typical day. And we've already seen hail with this storm already over or right around 1.5 inches in diameter, which that's ping pong ball size hail we've already seen out of that storm. So, it's for sure producing some nasty, nasty hail and stuff like that. So, that's going to continue actually to increase as we, as we continue later on into the nighttime hours. And, that's one of the unfortunate things is the fact that this event here, you guys, is nocturnal for the most part. It's mostly going to be a nighttime event overall. So that's like the most concerning part of this is the fact that, there's going to be that chance for nighttime severe weather. First of all, let me go ahead and bring y'all back over here. But yeah, but there's going to be that chance for, like nighttime severe weather and, all of that stuff going on there. So, we'll be here for you. We'll be here to watch out there for it. And, keep y'all prepared and weather aware, obviously. But yeah, no, that's what's going on there, y'all. That is what it is looking out there for. That's what it's looking like. Anyways, so let's go and take a look at the Dallas radar. Currently here at the Dallas radar. Got ourselves, not a whole lot going on there. Same thing for Oklahoma City. If we take a look at the OKC radar. Yeah, there ain't a whole lot going on here now. Yeah, the only area here that we actually got convection going on there is actually out there by, like, area south of St. Louis. We're going to bring up our camera again, y'all. Let's see, we'll find us a new cam. We got some cells. Let's try this camera here. There's kind of some hills out here in Missouri I didn't notice. I didn't know we had, like, we call those mountains, but, like, hills. Let's see, trying to find me a good camera out there. So, See that? All right, there's Festus. So we do got a cell north of Festus out here. So probably right in here. Somewhere around in this region here. Wow, dude. That's a crystal clear camera. Just not used to seeing these cameras being higher quality. You know, I gotta admit, Missouri, y'all got some pretty good cams out there. Yeah. So there's really not a whole lot to see. Let's see, north of Festus. Actually, was that storm? So there's a town called Arnold. Oh, here we go. So these should be the better ones. Yeah. Some cameras out here. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So if we're gonna see anything, it's gonna be right in here, right in these areas here as of now. That's like the most fuzzy of the cameras. Yeah, we'll keep it on this one for now. Yeah, it's raining there, as you can probably tell by the rain droplets on the camera lens there. But yeah, so we'll keep it on that camera for now. And obviously, if we have a better opportunity of seeing a better camera, we'll pull that one up there. Anyways, all right, so yeah, so once again, y'all, we do got a warning out there for portions south of St. Louis, out there actually in Illinois, you know, on the St. Louis side of Illinois here, which is south, obviously south of St. Louis. This includes the towns of Redbud, includes portions out there by, see, Ruma, Evansville, Prairie du Rocher, I think it is, and Fultz. This is where the warning is out there for. They have the warning there for 1.25. It was previously warned for like 2-inch hail, which we did get reports of hail over 1.5 inches in diameter. But yeah, we're talking 1.25 inches in diameter, also 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts overall, and so that's kind of right at that severe limit there, right at that severe line. So the possibility of $50 hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. What about blizzard conditions? We're going to focus on the severe weather aspect. For blizzard conditions, I'd have to, look at some other things. I mean, I could pull up Denver here. I mean, we're going to keep it relatively simple to the severe weather going on here right now. But yeah, there definitely is some heavy winter weather out there. They do have a lot of winter storm warnings and stuff like that that's in place out for some of those regions. If I bring out the winter storm warnings, y'all can see just how many there is. Yeah, pretty good amount of snow. Yeah, pretty good amount of snow out there going on there, and all that stuff. Snowboards 1 to 2 inches per hour. 3 to wow, that's talk about a range. Y'all, look at this. Talk about a range of accumulations, anywhere from 3 to 15 inches. 3 to 15 inches. Like, think of that's wild, dude. The fact that they put a range on that's 3 to 15 inches. It's like, wow. All right. But yeah, so we also got a couple other cells, y'all. We're gonna hop back to we're gonna try terminal radar here. There you go. So yeah, we got a couple of cells also, popping off here south of like St. Louis, southwest St. Louis, south of like Maryland Heights, south of St. Charles. Got a couple cells popping off here that's ongoing there. And obviously, like I said, we have the one that is severe just southeast of that. And yeah, these guys are currently not severe, but there is a possibility with time that they could pick up a bit of intensity, which we'll have to keep an eye out there for. Let's see, very accurate range. Might as well put I've seen a meme saying, something talking about 0 or 1 to 100 inches of snow, or 0 to 100 inches of snowfall is a good range for every snowstorm. It's like, that makes sense. I mean, if we're expecting 0 to 100 inches, I mean, it's like, you're probably not going to be wrong. I mean, unless we get over 100 inches, which is not very common. But yeah, man. Yeah, that was pretty funny. All right, let's see here. So we do get a little bit of convection. I've been watching here for the last little bit towards Jefferson City. It doesn't look like it's convecting very well. Doesn't look like it's doing anything too wild currently. I just noticed something. Brandy sent us $5 on Cash App. Thank you so much, Brandy. Are you still here, Brandy? I don't know if you're still here or not, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Brandy says, thank you for all you do. You're very welcome, Brandy. Appreciate it. Sorry I didn't see your Cash App notification earlier. I would have obviously told it whenever I got it. Yeah, let me turn on my ringer that way I can actually get notifications and stuff like that. But I appreciate it, Brandy. Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. So we did get a little bit of convection out there by Jefferson City, but not a whole lot going on there. Let's see. Is Central Missouri getting severe tonight? Yeah, William, it is. So let me pop up the SPC outlook here. We'll just bring up this one here. So this is the overall risk area regarding the potential for severe weather. We got 3 levels. Scale actually goes up to 5, but we have a maximum level 3 today, which is a pretty big risk. Obviously, we got ourselves a level 3 out there by Kansas City, which is today's biggest threat, today's biggest concern. Then we have a level 2 across the yellow, which is equivalent to a 15% risk area. Obviously we have the dark green. That's the level 1, the marginal risk out there for the lowest in severe weather. So, but yeah, collectively we have pretty big risk. But yeah, for Central Missouri though, for Missouri in general, we do have a slight risk out there. Towards the Columbia area, stuff like that. Sugar, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Appreciate it, my friend. Very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Big shout out goes to you. Yeah, also we have that marginal a little bit more to the south for more of south central Missouri, towards Rolla, Urbana, some of those regions. See you later, Rose. So yeah, I mean, we got the threat out there in central Missouri, but the odds are a little greater the more northwest you go from central Missouri. So, but yeah. Let's see. Thank you for covering Arnold. I've never seen anyone cover. No problem. Where's Arnold? I don't know where that's at, but anytime, my friend. Like I said, where I see there is a threat for severe weather, we'll obviously mention it. Once again, Sugar, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Is that some cells trying to pop up out there in Kansas? Hold on a minute. I don't think that's much of anything. No. I think that's just radar being radar. Just radar doing some radar things. But yeah, no, I don't see any storms firing off in that area, which is good news. Yeah, that'll become more common later on. There's the Taco Bell cam. Let's see. Try a little further south here. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting view. Huh. Sugar says you're welcome. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks so much. Yeah, so that we'll have to keep an eye on these cameras here. Like I said, there's not a whole lot. Oh, got a new warning actually. Let's say there's not a whole lot of storms popping off here, but we just got a new warning out there for quarter-size hail. Let's see. Let me bring up this camera here. No. Oh wow, there we go. That's a good camera. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, we do have quarter-size hail on that one cell, the new one that just went severe warning, directly south of St. Louis still. This one is for quarter-size hail, so 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 52 minutes left. Including Hillsboro, including Moores Mill. This is in Missouri, by the way. Let's see, Moores Mill. This includes Overman, Cedar Hill Lakes, portions out there by Jarvis. Let's see here, Festus. We have Donnell. We have Hillsboro. We have Munson's. See, Peevely, I think it is. Kemswick, Antona, I think it is, and Maupin. Maupin is included in that warning there. Drew says, do I think there'll be a severe thunderstorm watch for a tornado watch? Wait, hold on. Do I think that there will be a severe thunderstorm watch for a tornado watch? Okay. So I think we'll have a tornado watch tonight. A matter of fact, actually, a while ago, the Storm Prediction Center already said that there's a likely probability we're going to get a watch. So across that circled area there, not this one, that's a different one. Across this one here, that is, that's where they're considering issuing another watch. They're considering issuing a potentially tornado watch, I think, for that region there. Given that most of that region has a 5% chance for tornadoes and all that stuff going on, and that's where the main area of convection is going to be. We already do have a watch, though. We already got a severe thunderstorm watch a little bit more east of that. So St. Louis, yeah, is currently in the watch there, as we got a couple cells working its way towards some of these regions here. But so yeah, a lot of hail reports already been going on out there. So things are starting to pop off in some of these regions here. Let's try a terminal radar here. Yeah, there you go. We'll look this up to the last 30 minutes or so. Let's see. But yeah, so a couple cells popping off here. The one, like I said, the one just went severe out there towards Festus, Hillsboro, Peevely. Is it Cedar Hill Lake? Sorry, let me reverse that. Cedar Hill Lakes. See Barnhart as well. It's one of the new areas that's included in that warning there. So. We had a little microburst, or not a microburst, but a little burst of convection, I should say. So I was trying to say a micro burst of convection. Little guy didn't survive very well in that harsh environment. But the storms to the south, obviously those are the ones that are convecting. They are keeping up a bit. Let's see, Kansas City. Gonna switch to radar view. Just looking for things. Yeah, there ain't really a lot going on. I think that's just clutter down there. Really is no like big time storms firing off in that area. So, but yeah, that'll be a little bit before those things start going. But anyways, you know what, guys? I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna kind of split this up into two different series. Of streams. So obviously today, we just did over an hour stream here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till nighttime, and we're going to go live here in a little bit whenever like storms, start firing off in this area here. So I think for now, because I do have some things I got to get done here soon. So I'm going to try to, get some things done here. But as soon as storms start popping off in this area here, we'll go live again. So this will just be like, a little update live stream, a little bit of coverage on these guys. But yeah, no, here soon I'm probably just going to head off here, and then we're going to go live again because, obviously it's kind of a waiting game for the big stuff to happen. So yeah, just consider this live stream like an update live stream, in terms of like, the latest outlook and stuff like that. So we need to, look out there for, because, like I said, storms are, going to probably be another 1.5 2 hours before they start convecting out here, out there towards like Kansas area. I'll keep it on it, but just know there's about to be a watch issued here soon out there by Kansas City and stuff like that. So that's going to be in place here pretty soon, that they're going to be issuing. But yeah, so that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do that. That way there's no sitting here and waiting the whole time and everything like that, and all that stuff. It seems like those storms are lowering their standards a bit, kind of quarter size hail versus the 2-inch hail earlier. Oh, it's back up to 1.75 though on this one, towards Evansville, Redbud area, Prairie de Rocher area. So, let's see here. Sean, the exact probability of that specific time is pretty low. So. Let's see here. Do I think the severe watch will extend include Waynesville? Which state? There's a lot of Waynesvilles out there. Is that Missouri? Is that Kansas? I'm not too sure. Let's see here. Waynesville. Yeah, there's a lot of. I'm guessing Missouri. The watch would likely not include you. No, it would likely actually be more to your south. Pretty sure. Yeah, it would most likely be to the south here. Missouri, yeah. So probably not. Also, like I said, Jefferson City area, we're watching a little bit of convection popping off out there. Nothing currently too wild, though, on that. All right, y'all. But yeah, no, we're gonna head off here until the big convection starts. Like I said, that'll happen here in another 1 or 2 hours or so. So we're gonna head off here. I'm gonna get some dinner, get well fed before my stream. So we'll be back, y'all. Don't worry. Not cutting it there. You know, we've been live a little over an hour here. So you know, just consider this more of like a small coverage and a bit of an update in terms of the convective outlook and stuff like that. So. What time do I think storms will roll across southeast Michigan? Will there be any nocturnal storms? Let me look actually. Let's see here. But after this, we're gonna roll off for now. But we'll be back obviously during the big event. It's dry in the current area here. Yeah, Michigan's not supposed to get anything wild per se. Tomorrow's more of your day though for weather. Looks like a lot of rain early morning, maybe some storms early morning tomorrow, like maybe like 7 a.m. or so. So yeah, obviously that you know comes down to a lot of other stuff because you know once again these models they're not perfect. They're not perfect. They're not gonna always 100% play out the way they look. All right, y'all. Yeah, we're going to head off here for now. Once again, thank you for joining. We'll be back here in, like I said, yeah, we'll be back here in about an hour or two whenever convection starts popping off out there. So, but alrighty. How's Eastern Oklahoma looking? Today, Oklahoma's not too bad, I don't believe. Yeah, Oklahoma doesn't have too big of a threat. Just a little marginal out there. Level 1 threat. Nothing too wild. But the more north you go out there, you know, like slight risk. Level 2 threat across the yellow and the level 3 across the orange there is greater than that. So, okay, thank you. See you later. All right, see you later, my friend. But yeah, guys, yeah, join us back here. Hop back on here in about, like that, so maybe in like an hour or two. I'm thinking maybe around like 8 o'clock or so we'll go live. Or as soon as I see the convection start to pop off here, I'll try to go live here. So, or I will go live here. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. We'll be back here in a little bit. And, all right, guys. Once again, thanks for joining. Appreciate y'all. And we'll catch you guys in a little bit. Peace out, my friends. See you then. Guys, they actually just issued the watch. Wait a minute. Hold on. We're gonna halt this real quick. They literally just issued the watch here, like just now. It's a severe thunderstorm watch, I think, actually. Oh, wait a minute. That's a different watch. Hold on a minute, y'all. We're gonna need to come back here. So they issued another watch here. This is not for the main area I was expecting it. So there you go. Southeast Nebraska, kind of northeastern portions of Kansas. Is there storms popping off out there? What about a tornado watch for Oklahoma? No. Oklahoma's not going to tornado watch. Yeah, no, there's no storms really popping off here. Okay. All right, y'all. Yeah, but I wanted to go ahead and mention that with you guys real quickly. But, all right, y'all. We're going to head off here now in 2 minutes. Sorry about that. All right, guys. Y'all take care. We'll be back here in a little bit.